here to talk about relationships and how crucial it is that you will be doing a kind of work that is going to demand so much from you, which means that your mind needs to be at peace. And that's where I'm going to begin. When you choose your partner, you must always make sure that you choose not based on outer appearance, the sexiest, the biggest breasts, the cutest bum, all of that. Because that is what is attractive to men. What you want is what is here and what is here. You want to know that when you turn your back, your woman got your back every single second of your absence from her life. And he will be texting her, you know, because he know you gone. But when she respond to him, it's gonna be, you could never offer me what my man gives to me. And he may be poor, no job, no nothing. But it's not just about the dollar sign, it's about respect, it's about value, it's about understanding who she represents in your life as that woman that you chose to be your partner. Because like me, I say sometimes I want to give back some men my ribs that was given to me, because like I'm paying the price for that ribs, so I don't want it anymore. Left me without ribs, you understand? So I could battle my canoe on my own, right? Because some men are really cruel to women, and then your own cruelty makes women make certain decisions, and then when they start changing their path because they want better, they want peace, they want comfort, then you become aggressive because she has found someone else that has given her that comfort. But in the midst of all that, as I shared before, I'll be 60 soon, so whatever you think about, I already know. I've already gone through that. I've been separated from my husband 4 different times. 4. One, it's mostly to teach a lesson of my value as a woman. And then you can wonder, like, how does someone like me, who has an ordinary job, would make such a decision to leave such a powerful man? And I will share that at that time, and if I had nothing, no money, no nothing, because I am one of those individuals who feel that my man, my partner, my husband must look out for my best interests. False. But when I got married at the age of 23, that's what I thought. That my partner is my king, he's my sole provider. He is the person who must look out for me, which he has done, I must say, in the best of his capacity. But not everything is money. Don't think that when you come from working hard and you put the whole wallet of money and say, girl, all this is yours, that is enough. It goes beyond that. As I said, it's about affection, it's about comfort, it's about knowing that you aren't sleeping next to a skeleton, but you are sleeping next to your partner, your ride or die, that individual who is going to see it through no matter what disaster takes place. And so, in my own experience, when I decided to make my first separation from my husband, I was going through an abusive relationship then. And in the midst of all the abuse, I used to say to myself, that was naive me at the age of 24, 25. I said, Dianne, like, why are you tripping over a few hits now and again and look at all that you have? You know, just overlook that and put up with the abuse. And then it continued. And then I realized that it's either me or him. Because one of the things about abuse, and you should know, those of you who have had the experience of another man targeting you and tormenting your soul, it makes it bitter. And it makes you think cruel things. So when I started plotting the murder of my husband, reality, no make nobody tell you that, or no woman tell you that when they get bitter, they not just wish things. You know what my mentor says to me, which is T.D. Jakes? He says, don't focus on the visible sinners, you know. Focus on the sinner within. Because we are all murderers. You understand me? I've killed many, because when I don't get my own way, I just wish him dead right now. Yes or no? Huh? No, that's real. We all do it sometimes because we get so angry. We don't have the courage to actually do it ourselves. And if circumstances permit, sometimes a good person does something that later on they wonder, how did I reach to that level? So we've got to, this is why this session is so important for all of you all, because it's about reality. It's about you understanding that you're no different than me. Just that we have different paths in life, but sometimes our thoughts are at the same level. So when I got to that level of bitterness, I decided, because I pray a lot, I don't go to church, for some reason I don't connect with that house, only with him. And I said, you know what, this is going to lead me down a path that one day I'm going to regret. And I've got to separate from this. And I made a decision that many would not have made, because I remember renting a house, which was just a shell. So I slept on the floor, and I had not even a fork to eat with, nothing. But when I looked in the bedroom, I had roughly like 200 pair of shoes, jewelry, a wardrobe to die for, and I had a small little radio, TV radio that a friend had given me so that I could watch and listen to the radio. And one morning, I heard this gentleman talking, and the way he was speaking, I had to come outside because I thought this was someone who knew me and was speaking about me. That is how I got connected with T.D. Jakes, because he was then speaking about woman thou art loose. And everything he said was just my story. And I remember bawling, asking the Father to help me to guide my way. And let me tell you how malicious men are. He even made sure that I was terminated from my job. So I don't have no job. I stopped getting my allowance, right? And I'm living in a house with nothing. And so I asked the Father to just open a way. And the first thing I did was got rid of what was material, because it serves no purpose. It has no significance. When you look next to you, you don't have your kids and you don't have your significant other. That serves no purpose. So that was the first step I made of becoming a different me. And of course, after a while, well, we didn't speak for a while because, no, I don't have any interest in you. And you are supposed to be that person that I looked up. My king, you understand? I don't focus on looks, you know. I don't focus on looks at all. I focus on what's here. Once you are good to me, you got all of me. That's what relationships is all about. You understand? While, and as women, we will look at a handsome guy, even though we're with our partner, because, oh my gosh, he really looks good. But you'll do that too, right? And it's no disrespect. What it should do, it should give you the opportunity to say, he may be all that on the outside, but what I have with me is just the greatest ever. And after we got back together, of course, it is with conditions, because men sell you dreams, especially when they want you back. Everything is perfection. Just 1 month though. Huh? And then we go back to normal. That is why I went to stage 4. Right? And I say all of this because I want you to understand that whosoever you have in your life right now, you have to start to take the necessary steps to lay the foundation of what this job is all about, where you're going, the purpose for which you're making this sacrifice, how hard you're going to work out there, but how dependent you are to calm your soul when you're doing what you're doing out there. You want to know that you won't be getting a text in the middle of your hard work. Who you there with? You sure no girl no there out there? And somebody tell me say, because you know we always come with some story where somebody say. And oftentimes when we get their story, that because somebody also want we man too, you know. They already see you treating us good. Huh? And they want it too. And some of you are so weak that you fall in the trap. When you have babies, let me tell you, and that is one of the exceptional things about my husband. He has had relationships, but he said, Diane, not one of them could get what belongs to my family. I'm not giving anybody what belongs to my family. And that's where your foundation begins. Making sure that your children are well taken care of. Anytime the kids have what they need, anytime you make sure that your partner, your lady, is getting what she is deserving of, your children will be happy. But monitor it also, because there's nothing wrong with her looking good. But your children must also be properly fed. They must go to the clinic. They must go to the dentist. They must be properly taken care of. So all the glamour and glitz must not just be about her, but must be reflected in the children. I like to say, especially to young people, that you all sleep with the individual first, then you make the rules after. You understand? You buy your relationships with your good looks and maybe some gifts. You lay with them. They fall in love instantly. That is how we are. We weak for you all. And so we will fall in love after that first lot of affection that you shower us with. You spoil us. Then down the road now, you're coming with the rules. But we were already used to what we were getting before. How you can just change all of that now? You must have somebody else. The who? And that's where the torture begin, you know. Because who I met yesterday could never be this man today. So there must be some third party interfering in what we had.
How you got an next person if you pay bills and thing, you take care of picnic and thing like that, right? How you got an next person? And get a little jealous, man, check. Yeah.
Well, you look like one of those perfectly honest gentlemen, but the norm, they went take away from for them picnic and go my next man picnic. You understand? How old are you? You can't be 70.
23.
20. See, that's the age I got married. You're young, and I want you to keep that thought. You understand? And I hope that your partner sees your greatness. And no matter what, because listen to me, there are some women who are strong and aggressive too, and see men like you as soft. You understand? So they want one bad man, women just rough them up and think because you are too easy. You understand me? But I like you. I like you. And I hope that nothing, whether she goes her way or not, nothing change who you are from within.
You go for we to right car, we go to la temptation too. Just like I say with woman.
Yes.
Someone in the out up on the street, right? All the while you move wrong nice and neat, you know, got no woman at you. You know? So the one you find a woman now, you know? What? Yeah, you find a woman now, when you find this woman now, the next girl will open the sign now, what? So you pass it to a girl now. Always say you pass it to a girl. No girl, you know you pass it to a girl. What? No, you there at the club now, so the one there at the club and the girl hard up by you know. They start flock you. You know? No, they got somebody very stiff. They don't care if you got a woman too, but they still determined to look off your D2 on the right side. So what we for do?
Well, you see, we heard things about you, you know.
Huh?
We heard things about you because that's how we do as girls, as women.
They are like man too, and they straight out of you. They a woman, no. You know, and they still call you like, girl, I don't tell you one thing, man. No, but they still determined.
So how we get your number in the first place?
Well, that was because taxman get number. No, she was Not the one miss the so not the one I got so woman where your friend too. But the female intense so not the one, but not really the one.
So how you get from picking her up by the bar is dropping her off here at Yarborough to her calling you Saturday night because you no.
No, but to tell her sometimes what they still determined I got somebody.
Gone down the road already, you know. You understand me? I done gone down the road already. So because when you are with your woman, some girls know you're off limits. You
Sure.
understand?
Don't believe, girl, yeah.
No.
What? Yeah, correct, sir. Pincho.
No.
Bali drink for me, no? She don't know.
So then set your girl after she. Just tell she. You understand me? If
I don't say, you know, really go to the man there and got a girl there really determined.
But I
okay,
just said
know you were a man. You know you were a woman.
I just said that.
Yeah.
And the fact that like the young man over there brings home his check every day, every week, this, that, the other. I don't hear about that because as girls, as women, we share things with our friend. You understand? And so behind her back, my back, you have somebody done texting him. You understand me? Because they want that too. That is the reality.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is when you know that what you have, when you know that who's with you is worthy, is valuable, is your ride and die, then at the end of the day...
Well, I already say, indeed, we don't say we don't love woman, I know. We don't say we don't love woman. So that I leave friend by the side, indeed, can't believe, no, anybody can't tell me you don't got a woman by the side, no.
It's the norm, what I'm saying...
Who?
What I'm saying is...
Why? Who married? You married? So you and you have?
What I'm saying, when you know that who you have is sufficient, you don't need a third party, because a third party is disruption. You understand? She's not going to be with you just for the heck of it.
Yeah.
Just because your locks look better than his own. No, she's with you for a purpose. So when payday, she's looking for her cut too. And if for some reason your main girl, your partner, your wife has expenses, so everything had to go to her, you think I was sitting down right there and I had plans for the weekend and not get nothing? All of a sudden your main person, your main girl who is there washing, cooking, taking care of you, she start getting harassed. Because I want her to know it's not only you he have, that me and you. You understand? It's not necessary. If you know that who you are with is sufficient, that is the person that you can trust. And guys, I am a woman, but this is what I always say, and I say to my youths, Christine, Michael, and them can tell you, I believe in that in order to be able to save, you've got to put something aside that nobody knows about. You understand? That's your COVID stash. You understand me? We move from hurricane to COVID now, because you see what took place when we got shut down. And it doesn't mean that it's a secret that you would be using for ulterior motive. But suppose, just like what took place with COVID, and you're down to nothing, and your woman say, boy, I don't know, all we have left now that is $100, how we make it through to the next month? You just go into that COVID account now, and you pull out 500, girl, I got you. You don't worry about that. I got you. You understand me? Because that is reserved for emergency. Why? If I know about it, because every week I want new nails. Every week I want new thing, concert. Let's go, boy. But take it out of the amount where you have up there. You understand me? Then when the stove go bad, you understand me? When the roof start to leak, you don't have any money to fall back on. You understand? When the education bill pops up, you don't have anything to fall back on. When you drop sick,
When the babies drop sick, you don't have anything, any emergency fund to fall back on. You understand me? I have two good friends, personal friends, and we share a lot together. I am of the belief that when you have a family, and I say this to you guys all the time, stop using your salary to, boy, let's go take a bear. Because when you didn't have, who was giving you bear? If you have an extra money, how much is for a bear? I don't drink, so I don't know the cost. $3. If you have an extra $3 that you want to give him a bear, right? Put it in the bank. Just put it in the bank. You understand me? When it comes to smoking, because I don't smoke, I don't believe in it, I don't care what you all say, this thing does for you. I just don't believe in it. You understand? I believe that what it does, it takes your money. You understand? And why are you puffing air out for what? I don't get it. But I won't change your mind about that. You understand? Because, as I've said, because I remember asking, and I don't know if that Crystal, because he's very smart, you know, that said it brings you nearer to the Father, and it make you just, Ed mantra, and it just make you feel, and I said, why is it that some of them didn't take a good draw before ending up in prison? Because then prison would be empty. You understand me? If this thing does that for you, then you need to take a good draw before making a decision that will cost you your freedom, cost you your life, that kind of thing. So if you have that money to be investing into, because how many smoke, right? Look at where you at. Me, I like to assess things, you know. Who is the owner of the weed that you smoke? Who is the person in charge of all of that? Where does he live? Because my aim in life is to be him, you know, and better. So there's absolutely no way I'm going to spend $1 for you to be riding an Escalade while I bare feet. You better smoke that yourself. That's how I feel. You understand? And so, how much is for a stick of weed? $5. Is that the real thing or just the bush? The real thing. You know how much, and so how much do you smoke per day? 4. That's $20, you know. That's $20. And he may be only 4, some are 6. You understand? So if you take that, and let's say, let me be fair, let's say you drop all of that to 1 per day, and you take the $15, because you want your little thing, I have no problem with that. But no man, I ain't give you $20, I'm just giving you $5, 1 per day. And you take that 15 every day, and you put that up in the bank. You know how much you have every month in your COVID stash? You understand? Which spells off a better life for you and your partner. You understand? And worse, if your partner doing it too, because some of you all introduce the girls them to do this along with you. But you don't see the consequences of that, because when you used to do it by yourself, know that a $40 now, because that you and she, you understand? You see how you're wasting money where it's not necessary? You see how at the end of the day, how all that you have could now be invested into building your relationship. $40, what all can you get at Habit with that $40 a day? Maybe you could only get one sheet of wood or one something, but that is 1 + 1 + 1 daily. That by the end of the month, by the end of the year, you have a structure that she can call her own, you know, that you built with the sacrifices you made. When you find a partner, when your eyes connect, when your souls beat the same rhythm, the first thing that you ought to do is have that sit down.
Yeah.
You have to say, girl, listen, I sell weed, or I
But
maybe
how if you
jack
had that
one,
sit down?
two, listen to me, man. I jack one, two people, and that's how I could bring in one. You've got to put your message out there so that she get the opportunity to make the choice whether you are the one. Don't come bringing this wallet of money, letting me get the impression that every week this wallet is coming thick. You have to set the record straight. Girl, there will be some days where we don't have nothing, but listen, everything I get, I'm bringing it to you. And when I bring it, I expect that you take a portion and you put it aside because, well, you're pregnant now. You understand me? So we got to plan future. Because while a baby will be breastfeeding for the first 6, 7 months, that baby is going to wean off the breast, which means it's food you've got to start to buy for the baby now. You know, remain breastfeeding. So you've got to prepare for every stage of your relationship. And you will, like me, and everybody can't be like me, you understand me? I don't dress for anybody out there. I say to my youths all the time, who's gonna love you? Gonna love your bare feet or with the Jordans on?
yeah, that's
You will
true.
know exactly who loves you based on how they accept you when you introduce yourself. And you've got to introduce yourself as who you are, naked. Not ready for sex, but meaning naked. This is who I am. Me don't have no money and so girl, but listen to me. The way I will treat you, I guarantee you, there's none like me.
Oh, you have-
That way. And in young people, there are temptations all around. You understand? Because why? They are not ready yet to settle down. So that you have to make that decision whether this is something temporary or this is my long-term partner. That's why I have an issue with making babies just for the heck of it. You've got to know that this is mom's. This is the person who is going to be the mother of my children. You understand? And that the seeds that come out from me is going to have the personality of two. So you've got to choose carefully that when the rough days come, he said, but boy, we spoke about this, you know.
That's why.
You understand me? When COVID come, the first thing I did, I went to my beauty salon and I took off all my nails. Why? It's not necessary. It's not necessary. And you see my hair black, but it's not black. I have a contract with Dark and Lovely. Me dye. You understand? Because I don't like gray hair. And so I said, I'm not doing anything to my hair because I'm not going anywhere. It's easy for part ways if you feel that this person not getting what you're trying to establish. You can go both ways. You can get a mediator. You could say, listen, I really into this girl. I like her because her qualities, I check for her. But for some reason, she not seeing things eye to eye with me. Can I call a Miss D or a somebody, a Mr. Nouri, to intervene? And if after you do that mediation, she still continues down that path, then you've got to exit. Why? It's going to be murderation, and not really literally murderation, but it's going to end up probably when she ends up getting pregnant, because now we don't see that this relationship, they get weak. I love him, but I love him too. You understand? But I want to keep him because the qualities he have, this one no have, but I want to be with him too. So, bam, pregnancy. Which traps you now in a relationship that you can't have that much peace when you find the right one, because you're torn between two relationships. You're torn. And that is why, for me, it is crucial that who you lay with, you have to put the ground rules in place, and you have to know what it is that you want before you bring forth children. One of the saddest things, you all don't know, because you all just see what is immediate. But for children, just imagine you have two with me, and then he has two more with somebody, or you have two more with somebody else, and it's graduation day. And because me and you together now, and the graduation at the same day, one gets left out. You understand? And babies, especially kids, babies carry that with them, that dads didn't make it to mine, because now me now, listen to me, wicked me, I will tell my baby, you see, Anne, he don't like you, he gone and he like that one better than you. And you know, see, you know, even though babies, they love their dads, no care what, no care who dads is. Dad could be a murderer and they don't care. Babies love us still. You could not have no job, you could just be sitting down. Babies love you because you are dads. And that is why when you make decisions with partnering with anybody, you have to think it through, that what comes from that relationship is going to affect the rest of your life. And the kids are the ones who pay the price for those decisions that you make. And I feel everything that you're saying to me, because what you're saying is true. But sometimes you have to make the decision. Girl, the way I want. Because if I never want this relationship, I wouldn't be wasting time talking with you. Tell me right now the way I want, because after today, we either going so, or we're going so. But you know, in past from today. And I told you already, I can't afford certain things because it's not within my budget. Yes, your girlfriends, then they do this and that, but that's why they don't have no man. That's why then they're with other people, man. Because they can't settle down. You have a home. Yes, the window have some paper stuck in it because I can't afford the Louvre right now for replace it. But give thanks that every night when we go to bed, that in my arms are there, no? You understand? That in your arms are there. You understand me? And so, when that do sometime, that force me. I have my nice degree in a whatever. But guess what? I'm going to go holler right at Chongsang, and I'm going to go serve some food right now. You understand me? With my associate's degree. You know why? He's worth it. And I had to bring home money for help my man, because yesterday had it going on. Today things bad. I've got to chip in. That's what partnership is all about. You understand me? You not just sit down there and rail. Well, the pig don't have no milk. And listen, not go bring no clim here, you know. Bring Lactogen times 2 pro this. And you don't have pro money. You understand? But your friend next door, they drink the pro too. So you want that. No. And everything begins when the relationship starts. You don't have to stop fool we. You don't have to stop impress we with one of the bring the gifts one of the bring and the steak from lychee and this with the steak sauce. After this I can't get steak sauce because $1 more. So I only get the bare steak. No, you have to set the record straight from day one. This is who I am. This is what I want. I check for you. But this is all I can give right now. Listen, we just begin this relationship. Make we wait on 2 years now before we bring any babies. Not take my word for it that I depend on my contraceptive, you know. Not take my word for that. Do your thing for protect yourself because you know your journey. You know where you work for. You know where you have that COVID fund saved for. You understand? So don't just blame us for the reckless behavior that we end up doing. You have to blame yourself. It's about two. It's a partnership. And so we have to do this together. And if I stop loving you, you have to question me, girl, but why you gone with him? Tell me where I know to do right. Because I am sure I bring home my money, I bring this, I bring that, and then I will say, but boy, that 2 in the morning when I need you and so, you there out there they drink, and I tell you about it all the time, and at the same time he call me, the buck stops at you. And it is you who have to make a decision, the kind of peace you want for yourself. And with that peace comes the partner you are going to shoulder with. You understand? And she may not be a Miss Ladyville, a Miss Universe, a Miss Nothing, but she's yours. You understand me? And you value and appreciate. He might say, boy, the way you do it, that thing there, and look, say, that's not your business. I'm with her because that is my business, and I love she, and she love me. You go your way. You don't have to be doing anything to impress anybody out there, because at the end of the day, it's only you who have to live with that person, you know. Only you have to live with that person and the consequences of the choice that you made in bringing that person in your life. It's about long term. If you are on a temporary roller skater drive, then you let me know. Girl, listen to me. I just want to hang with you, I check with you, but this will just be for only a couple of months because Ella lonely right now. You understand? Let her know before she go pour out a whole heart and get all tied up with you. You understand? Then later on the real one come, like the baker, because the real one come now, AC come. You understand me? But with AC, when AC come, 3 babies don't make. You understand? So we're heading now for, and she may be called cold indeed, because she was born under the AC. You understand me? So it's precautions that you have to take, guys. And just to end it off, why it is crucial that you take the necessary precautions in choosing your partner is because it is the peace of mind that you need on the job that you will be going to do. Some have to end up drop their job because they need for go take care of one big woman. You understand me? So you left your livelihood for go make sure no other man they step on her. No, man. Whether you're with her or not, if she wants to do it, she's going to do it. You understand? What you could do is when you come in now, you set the cards by your table. You know, hand over the whole wallet yet, you know. You set the cards on the table. Girl, listen, I can't handle the fact that while I dey on my job busy, you did harass me. So make we decide right now, because when I go out next week, there are different timings. I will make sure my babies are taken care of. And if you feel you can't do it, then I deal with moms and we get a sitter. But these children are important. So you could not like me, but not take it out on the babies. You understand? So it's a lot of things that you all have to really discuss with your partners in order to make sure you have an amicable relationship. Whether you choose to separate or not, that the relationship outside of that is still amicable because of the children. You understand me? You can't be doing things that will allow another man to step into your home and your babies call him dad. You've got to take on the responsibility, just like how you're sitting here and you said a time for me to get a job, that it's time for me to get my own stability, it's time to build my future. It is the same way with your relationship. You've got to set the cards on the table and make a decision. This is the person I'm taking into my future. But this person must have an understanding of where you're going. This person must have an understanding of what you want for both of you and your entire family. Long term, not just this week because money coming in, but long term. You understand? And that when the bill come for the AC and it's too high, you're not going left me because now we have to go to fun. You understand? So it's a whole lot of things. And what is great about today with you, the younger generation, is that you have people like Mr. Nouri, myself, you have like Mr. Francis Woods. We have mentors that could step in, that you all don't have to be in a no position for no police. They hurt you don't have to be in a no position to end up giving your freedom to anybody. Because whatsoever you go through, there is somebody that you could call on to say, help me, talk to me. And I know and get it just today. You might have to talk to me one whole week before I really internalize it. But stick with me because I want it. None of you would be here if you didn't want better for yourselves. If you didn't see yourselves worthy of accomplishing greatness. It's not just about the money, but it's about your future. It's about your stability. It's about financial freedom. None of you would be here if it wasn't because you've really sat and thought about it. You've been in the valley of nothingness, where you give thanks that you're still alive. Because when I got a message from one of my youth saying, I just feel like give up, I just feel like kill myself because nothing is working out for me. You understand? And I get to mentor that person and say, no, hang on. It's just the enemy saying you are not worthy of greatness. Only the Father dictates your path. And if you keep asking him to guide your path, not in 1 week when the AC turn on, but 1 month after, that while we're funning with the paper, and then we graduate to a fun, and then we go into AC, and that person is still there with you, he's answered your prayers. Thanks so much.